So, guys, the thing is that we wanted this quick meeting. The rest of us will also will talk about it. But I just want to outline the key why we wanted to meet you all. One is because when today, while discussing with you guys, and also over the last week, okay, we felt that there are two aspects. One is the case study aspect, and the other thing is a narrative wala drawing. Okay, and also the 30th jury. So we thought to bring in certain kind of some kind of formats and some kind of things that should be common around the whole class, which can help in contributing and building a kind of the case study, especially as a bank of a repository of ideas of projects. Okay, in those three verticals of tangible policy and this thing. So the material wala. So we thought that it might be useful to do certain kind of ideas about how to bring it together. Okay, like we can have various kind of aspects or components within the architectural thing, vocabularies, be it windows, skins, splints, thresholds. Okay, you all can discuss that within your each groups and then probably bring it all together. Like I think probably in my group I had a discussion. Also, Vandana had a discussion in her group. So we were thinking that yes, each of these case studies or these projects have these various components, and it will be nicer to bring all of them into these kind of the different kinds of run it through them or sieve it through all these different roles. Okay, so maybe your vertical. So it can be a simple tabular format right now. When I'm speaking in my head, it's like a tabular format. The verticals are the three columns, the tangible material and this thing, and the rows are going to be windows, thresholds, building skin and things like that. Okay, and you can run your case studies through it and say that what are those salient features of these buildings or these projects, and you can bring them as they can be images or they can be text. Okay, right now probably we can discuss that, or you all can tell us what is better. The other aspect is about the narrative forms. Vandana, you want to speak about it, Jude, Apu?
Yeah, Jude.
No, Vandana, go ahead.
Yeah, so what we will look at is, um, I think you'll have to come together as a group, and you'll have to make sure that you know generally what the rest of the group is doing, so that you cover more or less all, you touch on all the points, whether it's intangible, that you have different types of projects, that there are no repetitive projects, whether it's conceptual, where you're looking at different kinds of outreaches that policies give. Some of you are looking at sanitation, some of you are looking at geriatrics, some of you are looking at pediatrics, young people, Anganwadi. So just make a range, and also general guidelines for construction of hospitals. Even those could see what are the policies that govern them. Then when you come to technical, I think you'll have to work your technical on two grounds. One is look at organizational systems, that all hospital design, or say polyclinic designs, are governed by certain things. One of them is like sanitation principles. You'll never find garbage chutes and garbage lifts very close to operation theaters or ICUs. So there are principles of HACCP. Someone can look at that. Someone can look at sizes and spaces of wards and beds and corridors, and someone can look at operation theater needs. I think it's a question you technical guys have to make exhaustive lists, but each one of you dissect the hospital and share it out amongst you, dissect a clinic, share it out amongst you, so that every other kind of health facility will only draw from these. So I think you need to make sure that you have a little booklet that all 88 of you can avail of whenever you need. That's what I think. So you need some group thinking to go into this. And
And
of
it
course,
would
you
be
already have the
best.
format.
It'd be best if there are diagrams that so that anyone can see it, understand what it is, and design their own hospitals. For example, if it's a ward, there's a bed, there might be a bedside table, there might be oxygen pipes coming, and just these requirements, just list and where to place them, what's the distance from the bed, these regulations are what we are looking at, like, as diagrams, so it's easy to understand for anyone.
Look at Nofert. It's a very good format.
Yeah.
Look at Time Saver or Nofert or American Graphic Standards. You'll find that they take a live project. They look at the organizational principles of what goes on what floor. You'll always find admin and waiting and outpatients are very separate from ICUs and operation theaters. You'll find that dining halls and housekeeping rooms are kept separately. So just that logic has to be put down. And of course, what are the standards that govern a hospital? So you'll find Nofert has a very good format. Look at it. You can take out the material from there also and make it your own.
Even for the case study groups, like, it's not just about getting photographs of your projects, but also analyzing those projects in terms of plan, how are things organized, how are different programs combined, what's the relationship between the outside and inside, so many different things, right? So it's not just about putting that plan in, but making your own drawings on top of that plan to communicate that information to the rest of the class.
So why don't you make a list? Like if you say plan organization, what goes on what floor. Then you say circulation pattern. Then you look at how do nurses move around, how, in your particular project, you do circulation, you do organization of spaces, you do materials, which are the materials that are used. Then you do things like ventilation. Is it passive cooling? Is it all air conditioned? Then you look at, so in that way, you keep making a whole list. And then, of course, the tangible guys also have to look at things like what are the concepts? If it was a mental hospital, do the materials and the layout and its response to the community work for mental patients? What was the thinking behind it? You'll find if you go to Archdale, you go to any place, there will always be a nice note on what was the driving idea behind that project. So that's what you need to pick up, because you're going to find your own driving ideas tomorrow. So break it up into, say, 10 things that you need to look at. Some of them may not apply to you. Some of them, sometimes you'll have to have an extra remarks column. But basically, that's what you need to do.
So I think, sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
So the ones of you who are organizing the group work, it might be a good idea to just do like a diagram of hierarchy. And it will almost be like a tree diagram, like what Vandana said, that what are you starting with? There are 3 types. Under 3 types, you will look at organization, you will look at program, you look at areas. Under organization, what do you see? So it's almost like a tree diagram. And then you allocate responsibilities within that tree diagram, saying that this person is looking at this type of building and these kind of information under that building. So the people who are organizing this information have that job to kind of create that diagram of what is the hierarchy of information. And that's probably the similar hierarchy which will run through your books, because we can't see information which is just thrown together. There will be some hierarchy in which we read the book as well, to kind of have an index, understand what is there within this, and under that index, under those, what are the bits of information. So that hierarchy of information diagram is very important, which you guys have to do, and then allocate, and then kind of everything comes together. So it will just smoothen the way you put things together. Otherwise, the guys putting it together will have a hard time, because you realize that information is all over the place.
Yeah? Great idea. Have a group meeting. Great idea. Also, let's talk about the guys who are doing conceptual, a lot of you have great ideas and you're looking at policies which are focused on different citizen groups. Wonderful idea. There are people who are doing AIDS groups, geriatrics groups, people who are looking at rural sanitation. But I think the guys who are putting this together, make a list from everybody and make sure, A, they're not overlapped, and B, have a talk amongst yourself and make sure you haven't left out the obvious stuff. Like what are the guidelines that the government lays down for developing a hospital, for instance? Has somebody missed that completely? How do you go about it? So what are the policies that govern it? Just make sure you cover most aspects. Don't forget this, the end of this exercise means the three groups will be providing information to each of you 88, and all these booklets will be available to all of you for ready, as ready reckoners. The better they are, the better your projects as a class is going to be. So help yourselves and help your pals. And I think that the key here is to dig very deep, keep asking questions, keep looking at more details, work really hard and close it. I know you guys are going to want to go back to your own designs fast and your own projects. So get this done intensely.
So we're looking at Friday for this as a final, right?
Yeah.
So I think on Friday we'll have presentations by each group. I think some 15-minute presentations so that we go through all these different booklets, and then I think we can close that there. So we'll have one class on Tuesday where we'll discuss all these case studies and all these different groups. I think we'll also distribute ourselves in 3 different groups and then discuss with the whole group for tangible or whatever together so that we have a holistic idea of what's happening in that group. And then on Friday, we'll have a presentation for this.
It literally means each student will have half a minute in that booklet.
Yeah.
So don't be too expansive. Pack data tightly so that 30 of you will be able to make a comprehensive presentation, which will be over in 15 minutes. It's just a help list.
So basically, I think you need to start putting it together as one whole group, okay? So that we can review it on Tuesday internally, like two or three of us, and then Friday we share the work with the entire class. That is one scheduling announcement. We had earlier scheduled for the 20th, but now we're moving it by whatever 4 days. We're doing it on the 23rd. And the other thing is the 30th jury still stands. 30th is where we want to close your. I think the first stage of the first 2 stages of the project, which means you have site and program as well. Sorry, there's another call going on. So by the 30th, I think immediately next week you should start looking at site options also within your neighborhood. We are looking at something which is around 1500 square meter of plot area with an FSI of 1, which means you can develop your programs also around 1500 square meter. Some of you all might have. Sorry.
1500? 1500 was.
Yeah. And I
Some
think
of you all might have tighter sites,
sorry,
so depending on that, so it might not be 1500, but you might be able to expand on the FSI a little bit so that you accommodate 1500 built up area. So keep that flexibility.
So start looking for these sites within your neighborhood. They might emerge from your study, from your character studies. Come to class next time. Discuss with your guides. Get options. Some of you all might get tighter plots. Some of you all might have really large sites, like hospitals in small towns or villages might have really big sites. You all will not have small allocated plots of land for particular programs. So these are discussions which you can start having with your guides from next week onwards, and then we can develop it individually.
And Friday,
some of you
we
are
also
looking at parks also as health spaces. So then don't worry about the 1500. If it's a park or an open space, you can add it to your plot.
Yeah.
Vishal, we can't hear you.
Vishal, lost audio.
Hello.
Yeah, you're back on.
Yeah. So Friday, we're also just looking at formatted versions of your narratives, whatever stage it is in right now. You can continue to build on it for your 30th jury, but we just want to see it all together so that we know it's going in the right track.
And your characters your narratives are very important. So if you want to do a switch right now, you can still do it. Okay, they're very important in terms of how you see your project heading. So again, that becomes very important. So the whole thing becomes kind of combines together well. Okay.
Yeah.
But Friday we want to see your characters as well.
Yeah. So good luck, guys. We'll see you on Tuesday. Anything else?
That's it.
No, I think that's it.
Any questions from you guys? Manan has raised his hand.
So I'm from technical group, and from what we've been told by the group leaders is that each group of 3 people have to study the general building regulations and even have to do case studies in the technical thing. Like you have to select one hospital and understand the building regulations in that hospital. So do we have to do that whole thing, or is just the general building regulations that we have to do?
I would think you have to see it in context of the overall group, what everyone is doing. So maybe I think if you're able to compile everything and then come back on Tuesday, then you can have a discussion with few of us and then we can see.
You know what we could do, Manan? You could all find this information, and on Tuesday we'll shuffle it such that it goes into slots, so that it's easy to access. Now, I'm not going to go through 30 case studies to find out what is the space between two beds, right? So your job is to give us enough technical data so that I can fatafat start detailing my health facility. And space standards is one very important thing. Infrastructure is a very important thing. And then there are other things like daylighting factors or whatever, but the main things are these two. You must tell us what are the space standards required for every single function and what are the infrastructure facilities required for every single function. So how do you make sure that you cover all this? So you can start by studying case studies, but I think you guys are making it hard for yourself. I'm saying go to time saver standards, break up all that you need to know, make a list of it, divide it by 30, and let everybody do what it takes to design a hospital or a health facility.
Yeah,
See
because the case study guys are already doing case studies, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah.
You're feeding into a system of 88 people trying to design a health facility. You have to decide उनको क्या चाहिए मेरी तरफ से. Got it?
Understood. Yeah. Thank you.
yeah. Anyone else? I think that's it then.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. See you. Take care.